Happy New Year, Carl.
Happy New Year. Here we are.
Yep. And this is all you're getting. Us.
Nice.
Disgusting, vomit-inducing thing.
Hola, creepos. Welcome to the first creep off of the year. And that means we're taking a dump on 2023.
That's right. 2023, good riddance, I say.
Good riddance. My name is Vinnie. I'm your host, and joining me, my co-host, your pal, Hot Carla.
What is happening, Vinnie Paulino? Happy Super Chat Tuesday. Happy New Year. Here we are, another year of the creep off.
We had a banger of a bonus episode on Friday, so I'm actually kind of excited to do a show with you. We had so much fun.
Yes, that was a blast. If you're not on our Patreon or Supercast, or maybe your credit card expired, you might want to check that. Great bonus episode that we did this past Friday. We do them almost every Friday.
Yeah, just about. And we'll be going on Fridays for the new year. So
beautiful.
I am putting up this week, if you are a patron, Supercast or whatever, I will be putting up nominations for the Hall of Fame, because we're going to do one to start the new year.
Great.
We're going to induct somebody. So get ready to make your nominations there.
Do you have your nominees already set, or do we need to ask for suggestions?
No, what we do is we post the name.
Okay.
You post the name of who you think should be nominated, and I will put up a poll based on which nominations got the most votes by you, the patrons.
Beautiful.
So you'll all, it's a great process. It's what the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame should have done a long time ago.
So this Friday, you and I will still be friends. Sunday night, it's a big game in the NFL. Vinny, how you feeling about this? So if people don't understand what we're talking about here, Vinny being a Dolphins fan, I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. They're playing each other. If the Bills win, they win the division. If the Dolphins win, they get the 2 overall seed?
Yeah. So high stakes game.
High stakes.
A lot of bragging rights, because Buffalo did win earlier in the season.
By a lot. 28 points. I was there. I remember.
Yeah, I remember. You were there cheating. You were there cheating on your consequence, you cheater.
I don't remember me cheating. I remember me putting together a very fun video of me wearing a Dolphins jersey.
Favorite part is when you threw that jersey away and just like, I'm a Bills fan, instead of just taking your medicine for the whole game. Asshole. Okay, nobody cares about football. Nobody cares about football. Let's find out who won our
I think you and I
episode.
should watch that game together and live stream our reactions to the game. That's just a suggestion, but I could be wrong.
Oh, man, that would be fun, though.
That would be funny.
Okay,
anyway.
I might be in on that.
All right, we'll think about it. We'll think about it.
Okay.
We'll be going up against potato soup, so we got to remember that, too.
Gives a shit who gives a fuck. Sorry, Cardiff. You could watch it later. Potato Soup will be on in rerun.
That's right.
But you could only watch us live during a football game.
Football is live. Potato Soup is whatever you want.
That might be fun. But, dude, you're really bad to watch games. Well, you're really bad to watch games with whether the Bills are winning or if the Bills are losing.
Yeah, I'm a huge asshole.
I really fucking hate watching football with you, because you really are a fucking grinning prick.
Yep.
And I'm not. I'm relaxed and cool.
Sure.
That's the other side of the pillow, baby.
Yep, sure you are. Of course.
My face isn't red as...
You don't scream at officials or anything. By the way, that was a suggestion. I don't know. I'll bring it up now just because I'm thinking of it. Someone said that we should pick the creepiest NFL official as our category one of these weeks coming up. Have
Whoever
we done that yet?
Fucking guy was who was in charge of the Eagles-Dolphins game this year. That's my pick.
Yeah. Well, how about that? Did you catch the end of the? All right, I won't get into it. The end of the Lions game was nuts.
I did see that too. That guy should be fired immediately.
Yeah, no shit.
His fucking shit should have been in a garbage bag in front of the locker room door for the refs. Just get out. Either way, let's bring in our results girl and find out who won Creep Mess.
Oh, it doesn't look like she's ready. Hold on.
Oh,
there she is.
I was trying to get her while she wasn't ready. It would have been funny. Hi, Jess.
Hold on. My dog just walked in here. I was ready. I swear. But Dad just came knocking on my door. It's okay. Hi. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Jess.
God damn it. What a way to start the year.
What did you do for New Year's Eve? Anything festive and fun? Oh, wow. She either froze up or was not ready for that question.
I think that her dad pulled the internet because he lost to the internet to somebody at the key party that they had for New Year's Eve.
What?
Stop.
Stop what?
I can still hear the whole key party thing.
Well, listen.
Your parents are swingers. Deal with it. Who cares?
If you could still hear the key party, go out there and tell them to turn it all down, Jess.
It's not like we're saying your dad's a cock. It's just a swinger. It's fun.
I forgot that this was a running bit.
I did too. Thank you for reminding me, Vinny.
Happy New Year, folks. Same old around here. So who won Creepmas, goddammit?
Yeah,
okay. With 61% of the vote, the winner was Karl.
God damn it.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, baby.
Over a dog fucker, really? Over a dog fucker.
Apparently.
Trust the vote, Vinny.
Someone on Reddit said, normally I vote for the animal abuser, but I really hate pit bulls. Sorry, Vinny. That was from Arcafazin. I still can't read this new year.
All right, so I get a point, which means I am now leading 2-1. And when one of us gets to 5 points, that's 5 wins, the other person has to spin the dreaded Wheel of Consequences, which is kind of behind Vinny, but covered up by toys of wrestlers, as usual.
Well, yeah, I got some Christmas presents. There's shit on there. You know what's really fun? I got Jerry sent me he thought was sending me a Hulk Hogan Thunder blender.
Okay.
Thunder mixer from branded Thunder in Paradise. And it turns out that he got hosed on eBay and they just sent me the box.
All right. Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
You weren't going to use it anyway.
Yeah.
What do you make it smoothies? What are you juicing? What do you care? Juice cleanse, Vinny?
Yeah. I mix ginger ale with a little bit of cherry juice and vodka.
Yeah, there you go.
So all right, Jess, thanks for nothing.
Thanks for the good news. Jess, it was great to see you. You never did tell us what you did for New Year's Eve, though.
I literally stayed at home and watched Family Feud with my roommate from college. She came to visit.
Jess, are you depressed?
No.
You have depression issues?
Is there anything
no, I just didn't feel.
You need someone to talk to? We don't have to do it right now.
I just didn't feel safe going out partying because I don't trust myself with drinking and getting behind the wheel.
It's those genes from your parents.
Yeah,
alcoholism genes that you're nervous about.
It's true. Yes, Dr. Drew will tell you alcoholism is handed down.
Dr. Steve will tell you alcoholism is awesome.
Yeah, he did tell me that once.
Yeah. He's a bad doctor.
He's not a good doctor. Well, Jess, Family Feud on New Year's Eve sounds like a great way to begin the new year.
God damn it.
Thanks.
All right, we'll see you later.
Bye, Jess.
Carl, are you can we just
so sad?
Can we just start having fun with her like this every week?
Yes.
When she comes on.
I want to learn more about her personal life. I think we should start prying more. I want to know more about what makes Jess tick.
Oh, she's freaking out right now. She's like screaming.
She doesn't like the idea, which tells me it's a good one.
Yeah. I got bad news, everybody. Listen, maybe I'll try to get out ahead of this. Apparently my name has been revealed as being on the Epstein flight logs. I only went there the one time. It was to deliver a newspaper to underage girls. Don't say things like that, Officer Kunsby Howland. That's a great name. Officer Kunsby.
I don't think that's a real name.
I don't know.
If it is, though, thank you, officer, for watching the show.
Yes,
thank you. Appreciate that.
So, Carl, I guess that means you get to go first. We're going to be nominating our biggest creeps of the year 2023.
That's correct.
And I guess get after it, buddy.
All right, Vinny, I'm going to go first with a man named Jesse McFadden. I don't think we covered this story this year. I don't know how we missed it if we didn't.
Okay.
On May 1st, 2023, McFadden shot and killed his wife, Holly McFadden, 35 years old. He's 39, by the way. Holly's 3 children, Tiffany Guest, 13, Michael Mayo, 15, and Riley Allen, 17, as well as Tiffany's friends, Ivy Webster, 14, and Brittany Brewer, 15. Furthermore, he raped Webster and Brewer, her daughter's friends. Then he killed himself.
Huh.
So This guy, Jesse McFadden,
he went in with an exit strategy, so that's stronger than a lot of these guys.
Well, he was out of prison and was actually due back in prison, or he was going back to court the day after this. When he didn't show up to court, people went, hey, where's that McFadden guy? He's supposed to be here at 9. We should probably go check. And they get to the house and realize that there's a bunch of dead people there. So that's why he didn't show up.
Dead, raped people.
Apparently. So I want to show you because the police did not handle this well at all. This is a guy who was in prison. He was sentenced to 20 years for raping a 17-year-old girl back in 2003. He got out early. We're going to hear from the victim, the previous victim, about how she felt about that. Not great.
Imagine.
They let him out early. And then his wife's daughter has a sleepover party at their house. And he decides, now's probably a good time to like start raping my stepdaughter's friends and killing everyone.
Yeah, I mean, it's that prison mentality. That's what he'd be doing if he was in jail. He'd be raping people.
But what's amazing about this, Vinny, is you have a crime scene. This house is a crime scene. And you know what the police did? They're like, yeah, we don't need to see anything in there. The guy killed himself. This case is closed. And they allowed the families of the victims to just walk in and look around. And so guess who followed them? The local news station. So if you want to play my Inside the Home of Jesse McFadden clip, this is kind of interesting.
Okay.
See what's doing.
New tonight, we're following blockbuster developments in the murder-suicide case from Henrietta that shocked the state and the nation really this week. 7 people dead, including 5 children.
Today, News 4's Kaylee Olivas got a look inside the house where 4 of the bodies were found. She joins us now with more. Kaylee.
Well, before we even begin, we want to warn you, some of the video you're about to see is disturbing. This afternoon, News 4 was invited by Ivy Webster's family with the permission of the property owner to tour the home of Jesse McFadden. Inside was a true house of horror. Throughout the house, there were restraints, sex toys, drug paraphernalia, and evidence left behind by law enforcement.
Oh, that's just a weed
The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation has been the lead on the case, but they
were smoking marijuana.
Back that up. That's definitely crystal meth.
Where?
And there's syringes too. Yeah, see
that?
I
see the syringes. I just saw the green tube. That
No. Let's not pretend this guy's smoking weed with teenagers. No.
Fuck.
He is doing meth.
He has it all next to the drill bits.
Oh, yeah. That's always good. That's always a good time.
Oh, that's like
and evidence left behind by law enforcement. The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation has been the lead on the case, but they had released the property and there wasn't an active investigation as of Tuesday afternoon. Just minutes after we entered the home with the family, victim cell phones were found along with 2 laptops. All of the evidence we saw today has now been collected by investigators, but it begs the question of why it was all left behind. We're now carefully reviewing the tremendous amount of video footage we took while inside the home, and tomorrow we'll have a full report of this unusual development.
That's insane.
Yeah, this is crazy because the reason why this guy did 17 years. Oh, well, let me first thank my friend Mint for coming in here.
Yay, super chats.
Mint and ASC Presents $50. Happy New Year. Thanks for all the content. Thank you, Mint. People can check out Tits Mint Salmon on Fansly.
Please
I believe.
She also says that sounds like her house.
I'm not surprised. A lot of sex toys, restraints.
Except the meth. LOL from Mint.
Okay, good.
Thank you, Mint.
I'm glad you don't have a problem with meth, man. That's very good to hear.
Good.
So the reason why this guy was due back in court is because while he was in prison, he served 18 of the 20-year sentence. While he was in prison, he somehow got a phone in there and was sexting underage girls and had child porn while in prison. They still let this fucking guy out. They're like, all right, but you're due back in court, sir.
Let me ask this question.
Yeah.
We got to figure out what to do with these pedos, right?
Oh, yeah, I have an idea or two, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, besides like a conveyor belt that leads to a furnace.
That's a fun one. Yeah, like that. We'll just call it Itchy and Scratchy Land. And just
How
send
about
them all there.
Catapult into the ocean?
Yep, that's a fun one too. Hey, if you're a strong swimmer, maybe they'll survive.
Yeah.
Or
crocodile zoo. Let them go to the crocodile zoo. And everybody's allowed to push them in. It'll be fun.
I was just going to take their nuts off, but I see what you're saying.
Well, I mean, what if we just put them in jail and just gave them all like the AI kitty porn they wanted and just left them in there?
So you want to reward their behavior? Is that what you were saying?
I just want to keep them the fuck away from society.
Okay,
if they're gonna keep them fucking alive.
Vinny, I want you to play my other video clip here, because right after this happened, this investigative journalist decided to talk to Crystal Strong.
You know what? That was a dumb idea. Fuck that. Just conveyor
Yeah, I know.
belt.
The conveyor
Fucking
belt was
conveyor
that
belt.
was your first idea.
What
was
am I
the
out of my
best one.
goddamn mind?
We're going to hear from Crystal Strong, who was raped by this guy when she was 17 years old. The reason why he was in prison in the first place.
The suspect in this horrendous crime is a 39-year-old registered sex offender. I mentioned his name before. It is Jesse McFadden. He had a long criminal history.
Thanks, Laura
and in fact,
Dern.
he was due in court just today on child porn charges and soliciting a minor. That he was doing while he was incarcerated. Joining me now is Crystal Strong. Crystal was a child rape victim of McFadden's in 2003, and she helped to put him in jail for 20 years. Crystal, I can't imagine what you're thinking at this time, given what you've been through, and then just hearing from Milena about what she's coping with.
I mean, I'm okay. My trauma's been dealt with. My heart goes out for the families. I begged the DA a long time ago not to.
Look at how she spells her name. Now, this is not her fault, obviously. Her parents are idiots. What is going on here? I've never seen Crystal spelled this way ever. It's Krystle.
I got it off a tattoo I saw once. I
really
thought it
hope
was
that's
beautiful.
I hope that's not Mint's real name or something. I hope not insulting someone in the viewing audience. That is not how you spell Crystal on any planet. That's incorrect. All right. I'm sorry. I just wanted to distract us with that real quick. Back to her harrowing story.
Ever let him out of prison, because I knew that he would do this to someone else. I've never been contacted about when he was getting out. The last time I heard from anybody was when I was 17, and the DA or whoever it was told me that Jesse was really high on meth.
Listen to this story.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to tell you to listen closely to this. Back it up a little bit.
Okay.
This is the last time that she had any.
This is the last time she saw. Okay.
Yeah.
That Jesse was really high on meth. That he's sorry. Things happen, and I need to learn how to forgive. And I hung up on her, and I tried to suppress the memories and move on with my life.
They're doing a lot of great police work over there in Oklahoma. Like, look at the guy was on meth when he raped you. All right, get over it. What are you gonna do? Some people like to do meth and then get rapey. It happens. It's life.
There is no use crying over spilled meth, honey.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So someone in the chat was asking why there was no blood. So he took all of these people outside and shot them in the head multiple times. So most of the bodies were found down by the river next to the home. And so I don't know why the two kids who were friends, Ivy Webster and Brittany Brewer, why their parents allowed them to sleep over at a convicted pedophile's house seemed a little bit odd to me.
He's reformed. Give
Yeah.
everybody a second chance.
I don't think so. He had court the next morning, so I don't think that was the case. Anyway.
Well, I mean, honey, he's going to court tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
What's the worst that can happen?
Probably on his best behavior tonight.
How
I would
often do we get a
imagine.
night with the house to ourselves? Fucking let their kids go get raped and murdered by this guy. Oh my
Brutal.
God.
And then they got to go in the home the next day and grab their phones for him. And I love that this guy is known to have child porn. The police didn't grab any of the computers that were in the house. They didn't want anything to do with this. They're like, oh, the killer killed himself. All right. Bang up job, boys. And moving on.
Jesus. Oh, Carl.
All right. So Jesse McFadden is who I bring in for the biggest creep of 2023.
All right, Carl. Well, my creep of the year nomination is a personal.
That's why Pencils Heavy Razors says those ain't real, dude.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Okay. My creep of the year nomination, Carl, like I said, personal favorite of mine. This guy has been on my radar since 2010, Carl.
Okay.
He might actually be part of the inspiration for this show.
Interesting. And 2023 was a big year for him, huh?
It was.
Okay.
Now, because I really remember laughing really hard at part of the story I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
But it warms my heart to bring the Creep of the Year trophy back to our hometown of Rochester, New York, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, beautiful.
So I think the trophy needs to come home, and I'm pretty sure this guy is going to bring it here. He is an unrepentant old school pervert, Carl. This is exactly the kind of guy.
If you brought me again, so help me God, Vinny. If you fucking brought me,
Carl, this is the guy when Brian Johnson says, I picture a creep. This is the guy.
Okay, yeah.
This is it.
We were trying to define what a creep was. So
This is the guy.
The definition. Okay.
Okay. This guy, he's banned from Cuyahoga County. He's not allowed to step foot in the county. I'll tell you that. Have you ever heard of any of these people?
I've never heard of someone getting banned from a county before.
Yep.
That's interesting.
And he
can't
also,
even drive through. You got to drive around. That's going to add a couple hours.
Carl, he has a nickname that the cops gave him.
Okay.
So that tells you a lot about somebody right there. If the cops know you and you have a nickname. Ladies and gentlemen, my creep today, No Pants Paul Goodrell.
No Pants Paul?
No Pants Paul.
Now, a fun one.
This guy has been arrested for jerking off in front of unsuspecting children at bus stops since 1989.
Jacking it, jack, spanking it, jacking it, spanking it.
And can I say, Carl, he has been topping himself ever since.
Wow, all right,
okay.
Good.
2006.
No one likes a quitter.
Let's start in 2006, okay?
Whoa. 2023 is what we're talking about.
We're getting there.
Go ahead.
Come on. We're going to have some fun on this one.
Right.
Trust me. He got his cool nickname, which is what I would explain to you, because he broke into the Newark, New York middle school in December of 2006.
Mm-hmm.
Donald ducking it, jerking off.
Okay.
Just walking through the halls of the school, no pants, cranking it. He turns a corner and there's a group of young girls who went and got the authorities, and he was arrested. And
yeah,
he
I'm
was
pretty sure that's
convicted.
illegal. I was going to say
It is very illegal.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Back out on the streets by 2010. This is the incident that got him banned from Cuyahoga County. We could call it the Auburn incident, Carl.
Okay.
He tried to sneak into the high school cafeteria, but found that the doors were locked at the Auburn High School. So he's, fuck it, I'll walk home. And as he's walking home, he sees two teenage girls. And he's like, well, day's still young. So he whips it out and starts jerking off in front of the teenage girls on the street, right?
Okay.
And then they run away. And he's like, I still kind of want to fuck around at that high school. So he turns around and goes back to the high school.
Oh, dude, you just got to finish and call it a day, buddy. Come on.
Breaks in
You're
through
almost there.
the girls' locker room door because somebody had propped it open.
Okay.
He sneaks back into the school, finds another teenage girl who's in a room by herself, whips it out and starts jerking off in front of her.
What an asshole!
Then he flees the school and shows up at another school in another county a few hours later and was lurking around that school for about 30 minutes or so, and then he left.
So the girls weren't hot enough at the other middle school he was at?
Apparently not.
Okay.
So after sending this surveillance camera footage from both schools to the police agencies in central New York, he was arrested. He was found guilty of burglary as a sexually motivated felony, endangering the welfare of a child, and public lewdness. He was banned from Cuyahoga County forever. He was then sentenced to 14 years in jail. But guess what, Carl?
He's out.
He was out after his sentence was cut in half. He was out in 7 years.
Why are they doing that?
2017, Carl.
Why are they letting creeps out of prison? What's the hurry here?
Michael's Craft Store, Victor, New York.
I've been there.
The cars are passing me by. They honk and say hello. Hey, that guy's jacking from his window. There's a guy.
A pair of siblings say they were approached in the marker aisle at Michael's Arts and Crafts at Victor in January of 2017 by a partially nude man.
Mm-hmm.
One of them told police, we tried acting like we didn't see him. We walked away and he kept following us.
Hey, is that No Pants Paul? What was your clue?
It's just no pants. It was alleged in the police statement that at one point, Goodrell got so close that he bumped into the child's back with his penis. The other,
oh, I'm sorry, I hit you with my penis there. My bad.
The 11-year-old stated, "Oh, just looking for markers." Oh, sorry, kid.
Guy over there?
Pantsless Paul. Pantsless Paul.
With the creepy old guy staring.
Pantsless Paul.
So the other 11-year-old said he was touching himself. We just kept trying to walk away. Now, he has been locked away from 2017 to July of 2023, Carl.
Oh, so he only had half a year to become the biggest creep of 2023. That's
and
impressive.
Oh boy, did he
That's
go!
Impressive. He only had 6 months to do it.
Fucking pantsless Paul. No pants Paul, man. He is a level 3 sex offender, the highest level one can achieve and not be locked away forever.
Impressive.
Okay.
Level 3. Wow. Way to level up.
Now, according to New York State Sex Offender Registry, he lives in a really shitty motel in Canandaigua.
Wait, he lives in a hotel in Canandaigua?
A motel, forgive me.
Uh-huh.
A motel in Canandaigua.
Okay.
Now,
not supposed to live in those places.
I looked it up today, and that's what the address was.
Mm-hmm.
Over the course of 4 days this month, last month, in December of 2023, talk about bringing it down to the fucking wire.
Wow. Yeah, he needed overtime to pull this one off.
December of 2023. Over the course of 4 days, managed to be arrested 3 times.
Okay, yeah.
Now, he exposed and touched himself in front of children across the country or across the county.
Okay.
On December 6th, he cozied up to a 7-year-old child next to the ice cream freezers in the Canandaigua Wegmans, exposed himself and started jacking it off.
I actually have audio of this.
Oh.
I didn't realize you were going to bring him, but I had it anyway.
Oh, let's hear it.
Lick my balls. Yeah.
Now,
a lot of fun, that one.
The grandmother and the grandpa didn't see this, but she pulled the kid away from them. They weren't paying attention because they're fucking old. The surveillance video later showed that he tried to draw the child away from them. Now, local police learned of the incident later, and the next day, detectives were at Wegmans investigating this again, looking through the store footage, trying to get a picture of the guy. When fucking pantsless Paul comes fucking marching into fucking Wegmans again.
Nice.
He's in there looking for more fucking kids.
They're like, hey, there he is right there. When is that from? Which day is that from? They're like, no, that's the live feed.
That's the fucking live feed.
Oh.
Like,
we'll just go grab him then.
Yeah, I guess he forgot milk. So they go, holy shit, it's No Pants Paul.
Was he wearing pants at the time?
He was.
How do they recognize him then?
He was arrested for coming back to the scene of the crime within 24 hours.
Yep.
Now, he's taken before a judge. He's on parole. He's been out for less than 6 months with a criminal record as long as you're fucking armed for this very shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's a level 3 sex offender. And ladies and gentlemen, I would like to tell you about the fine state of New York right now. Because of bail reform,
oh boy,
he was released with an appearance ticket.
Kathy Hochul, everybody.
Burglary, car theft, jacking off in front of children. All fucking catch and release in the state,
Wow.
Carl.
Wow. Not to mention the long criminal history to go along with it.
So thank God he's on parole. His parole officer comes and arrests him. Brings him in front of another judge. Because, you know, when you're on parole for jacking off in front of little kids, you're not supposed to continue to jack off in front of little kids.
Correct. Even if you're not on parole for jacking off in front of little kids, you're not supposed to jack off in front of little kids.
Well, Carl, I don't know if you know this,
Yeah.
but there's been a lot of reforms to the New York State parole rules.
I do know this.
And the judge, for a second time, releases him until the appearance ticket is resolved.
Unbelievable.
So he is free again. Now, remember, we're talking December 6th. We're talking 2 separate arrests being brought in front of 2 separate judges.
Sure.
Which takes us to December 9th.
Oh boy.
We're going to the Tops Friendly Markets in Farmington, ladies and gentlemen.
Been there
Now,
too.
he went to a Tops Market, which honestly, that means he's slumming it a little bit. He doesn't want to risk going into a Wegmans again.
Yeah, it's like they can't afford cameras in this place. I'll be fine.
Yeah, at Tops, it really is slumming it for this guy. All the kids in there look like Carl.
Yeah, the
not great.
Farmington Tops, yeah.
No,
superstar there.
He sees a 7-year-old little boy, and he says to him,
You ever seen a grown man naked?
and he ran away from the scene. He was not caught at the scene. But after investigation on Friday, December 22nd, the state police of New York showed up at his shitty motel, and he is now being held without bail. He faces charges of public lewdness and endangering the welfare of a child after the alleged incident on December 9th.
Masturbate.
And I'm hoping that they find a hole to stuff this sack of shit in for the rest of eternity. This is a fucking sex maniac who was just let loose by the state to roll around, fucking rolling up his dick on people. And when we think about the psychology behind this shit, it's really fucking insidious.
Yes.
It's like, I can't fucking make child pornography. I'm not allowed to possess child pornography. What can I do that only gets me a ticket for lewdness? Fucking whip out my dick and jerk off in front of a child. It's horrifying.
So I agree with you. This is definitely the Brian Johnson definition of a creep.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, my guy was way worse in every single way, but you brought a fun one this week, so I appreciate that.
Folks,
a local hero too.
Folks, if it wasn't for No Pants Paul, because honestly, when I first came up with this bit and I was trying to explain to somebody like what it would be, I was like, it'd be like No Pants Paul versus the Unabomber.
Okay.
And
that
I was trying
your
to figure
vision for the creep off.
Yeah, like just weird shit like that. And so he's been in my psyche for a long time. He is the inspiration.
I got it.
In a lot of ways. So please vote for No Pants Paul. And honestly, he deserves it, folks. I don't even care about the point. He just deserves to win.
You can vote at thecreepoff.com is where you want to go and let us know who you thought brought the bigger creep this week as the competition continues on. Vinny, we have some super chats. I'd love to get caught up on real quick here because I do appreciate the support.
Let's do that. Ignacio Sayeta, thanks for the $3.99 super sticker.
We never looked at Michael C, the first one there.
Oh, we didn't.
Michael C says Frosted Flakes versus Frosted Tips. Sir, I do not have Frosted Tips.
I actually have
a vicious rumor.
A pallet of Frosted Flakes in the next room.
I believe that.
Jeff Spangler, thanks for the $1.99. Hola, Creepos.
Jeff
Hola,
Spangler is the man. He sends me all sorts of great stuff to look through for this show. Thank you, Jeff.
He's like one of the greatest sponsors we have of the Cop Cam segment.
Yes, he definitely is.
Red Dye, $1.99. Happy New Year's, boys. First dono for me. Go Sixers.
Go
All
Sixers. Thank you very much for the $2
right.
for starting to I love that you popped your cherry with us. Thank you very much for the
Thank you.
Rick U, $32.25. Hey, that guy's jacking it.
Yes, he is.
You got it, buddy.
All over town.
And then Matthew Riley, $2. Let's go blue. Yeah, that was a fun. Wow, that game was a nail biter.
Just to know that everybody in fucking Alabama is miserable right now.
Oh, that's
over
right.
it.
I didn't even think about that. I was just obviously I'm a big Wolverines fan and rooting for Michigan. Messaging my boy Mark Fellhauer over there on the Drew and Mike show, who hooked me up with tickets and you to the stadium this past year.
It was such a good time. Yeah. I was rooting for him hard. And let me tell you something else.
Man, that was a crazy game though. Came down to overtime.
Yep. I hate Nick Saban for a lot of reasons.
Okay.
I hate Alabama right now for a lot of reasons. And if you want to hear about those reasons, you listen to the bonus episode.
That's true.
I'll tell you all about how I had to go to church at the First Baptist Church at Albertville, Alabama on Christmas Eve. I'll tell you all about it. You go listen to it.
That is on our bonus show.
But I have a lot of reasons to not like
check it out
of fucking Alabama. So I could not be happier for the Wolverines, even though I think Jim Harbaugh's a prick. I still fucking think it's great. So congratulations, guys.
All right. National championship game.
All right.
From yesterday?
Is
all
it?
right.
Yeah, it's gonna be a week from tomorrow or a week from yesterday. Yeah, you're
Monday
right.
Night.
Yep. Cool. So Carl, what is our next segment today?
Well, it's a new year, Vinny. It's 2024. And I thought it's time to bring back a classic.
Creepos. Hey, it's been a while.
Who are these creepos? The segment that we do here on the Creep Off, where we look at other true crime podcasts, because Vinny and I know this is the greatest true crime podcast on the internet, aside from Sword and Scale, but you get the point. The best true crime show. In fact, true crime podcasts are garbage. I'm not even bragging saying we're the best true crime podcast.
Universally trash.
They're just the worst shows.
Do you know how we said my guy was slumming it going to Tops? Carl and I are slumming it doing a true crime podcast.
Correct.
Folks.
You don't even deserve this good of a show in the true crime category.
But here you are.
We spoil you.
Reaping the benefits. Look at you.
And you might say to me, okay, Carl, you could say that, but talk is cheap. Can you prove that you're the best true crime podcast? Yes, I can. And I do it one bad true crime podcast at a time with Who Are These Creepos? Let's start off meeting the hosts of this show.
Hey, listeners. Welcome to episode 69 of Teen Girls Investigate Crime podcast. I'm Jillian.
And I'm Izzy.
Izzy and Jillian host a show called Teen Girls Investigate Crime. Vinny, let me read you the description of this one. The only ever true crime podcast created and produced by two teenagers. Follow us on our journey and descend into the more mysterious parts of life.
You know, just going to say that's probably not true.
No, probably not. There's probably a bunch of these. I would
There's
imagine
probably
teenage girls talking true crime.
5,000 of them.
I love that they say The only ever true crime podcast created and produced by two teenagers.
So it's established these kids are liars.
Yes, and they're
Okay.
very stupid.
Wow. That's no excuse.
Although, you know what? I shouldn't say they're very stupid. They know a lot about. Hey, Brian's here.
Hey, Brian.
What's up, Brian?
Oh,
good to see you, buddy.
He's right.
Now that's a creep. Vinnie Winnie. I don't know if he's right.
He's 100% right. Thanks, Brian. Happy New Year, buddy.
Happy New Year, buddy.
You know, can I just say while Brian's here very quickly, I will be doing my polar plunge consequence.
Oh, that's right.
Because I owe it to him. Brian, I'm going to make it happen, and it'll happen in the month of February. You will all see it is going to be very, very cold in Rochester.
I think I'm going to be in Florida at that time.
Yeah, good for you.
I'll send you a photo.
Yeah.
My
wife is going to be there to film it this time so that
Good.
there's no ifs, ands, or buts that I went into the water.
Good.
Mark my words, I'm going in,
Make her
and there
do it,
will be
'cause
footage.
I'll be in my heated pool at that time. So
Okay, I hope a gator fucking gets you inside of your heated pool.
I do too. I think that'd be fun.
Oh my
That'd
god.
be a good way to go for me.
What were those fucking monitor lizards that are running around your town down there, just fucking scratching up people's cars and shit?
Yeah.
Climbing all over
they're
the
a
hoods of their
problem.
cars.
They're-
And fucking,
they're
you
a
have
problem.
dinosaurs running around, and you're gonna brag to me. I'm gonna be in my pool, surrounded by sea monsters.
I would be in my pool with a baseball bat next to me.
Yeah, with a thin sheet of fucking plexiglass protecting me from 15-foot
All right,
alligators.
Vinny, I was mentioning Izzy and Jillian.
Hold on. Since we hit a super chat, let's hit the other one. Simon343, thanks for the 499. Did you guys see what happened in Syracuse on New Year's? We're going to talk about it in just a few minutes.
Yes. What about what happened in front of the Kodak Theater?
That's what we're going to be talking about. Yes, because that's a Syracuse connection. You'll see.
Oh, okay. Got it. All right. So I mentioned these women are very smart. They explain how time works.
This is our November episode. Guys, we've just like gone through all the seasons.
No, we literally have.
We went from summer, we went back to school, we went to October, and like now we're on November. This is crazy. By the time this comes out, we will have like fully been in college for like a while.
That's insane. Like we will be heading home for Thanksgiving.
That's crazy.
That is so crazy. How is that even possible? Summer goes into fall, and then in fall you're in November, and then Thanksgiving comes around?
No, the amazing part is that a college accepted these two.
No shit. And they go to the same college together. I think they might be nerds. But moving on, I don't know if you're as excited about this as you should be. So I'll let them explain.
Anyway, so this is our last episode that we're recording today. We're very excited. This is our last one of the fall.
Yeah.
This is exciting, guys.
This is very exciting.
This is very exciting. I mean, it must be. They've said it 3 times now that it's very exciting.
I
didn't
feel
think
like
it was
these
exciting.
kids just constantly lie.
Yeah. They're the Chad Zubak of true crime.
This is exciting. Get on the hype train.
This is fun. It's good stuff. We're all having fun here. We're all enjoying this.
We're doing it.
We're doing it. All right. They're going to tell a story about a certain historical person. And apparently, Jillian learned about her in 6th grade. These are women who are in college talking about 6th grade history class.
Do you remember learning about the Romanovs in 6th grade? We were actually, fun fact, Izzy and I were in the same history class in 6th grade. I don't think she remembers that I was
don't.
there. Okay, you could have pretended a little bit.
No, I don't remember.
Anyway,
I'm not gonna pretend.
we were in the same history class, and I remember learning about the Romanovs and like Rasputin and all that stuff.
I love that story.
Good stuff.
I know how much you love a fun fact.
Oh, there's a lot of fun facts in
Oh,
here.
Christ.
So they're talking about the Romanovs, and I don't know how that's relevant true crime, but sure, why not? And they talk about Rasputin and a part of his body. Now, Vinny, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, but if they're trying to get as popular as Call Her Daddy, they're doing it the wrong way.
All I know about Rasputin is that his goods are in a jar in a museum now.
His goods? You mean his dick?
Yeah, his pee-pee.
Why? You can't say it.
What?
Dick.
His penis.
Ew. Yeah.
These are college students talking about pee-pees and saying ew when mentioning a penis. You're not going to get a huge fan base doing this. You realize this, right, ladies?
The response is ew is so fucking weird.
Penis, ew, gross. All right, ready for a fun fact?
Nope.
We're gonna get started. Fun fact, I actually did all this research for a history
School
project at
projects.
the end of the senior year.
That project was so fun. We made like big posters.
Yeah, we got really into that project. I don't think anybody else did. I don't know why we did that.
No, and everybody got like an A.
Yeah.
And we got so invested into that project.
It was, I don't know. I think it was like the end of it was right before exams. So it was like our last thing we were doing. And I was like, you know what? I want to do like an elementary school style.
Yeah,
project.
no, and it was so fun.
Yeah. We like literally, we spent a Friday evening doing that. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So they don't remember the class at all, but they remember using sparkly puffy paint to make fucking posters.
No, this was their senior year. This was last year they did this. And this is why I'm saying the school system is failing the children. This is what their senior project was making posters.
Failing the children, failing fucking society.
Yes.
Do you realize how fucking doomed we are? We're letting fucking pedo jerking off at Wegmans out. Fucking these kids are doing fucking grade school arts and crafts to graduate high school.
You fucking know all about this shit.
There was a state that let John substitute teach in a high school.
Not just any state, California.
Our society is fucked.
It's not
great.
great.
We are the fucking crumbling Roman Empire. I'm sorry.
I agree with you on
so
that.
depressed.
But you're probably wondering though, how was the presentation though? I want to know
fucking care
how good of a job they did. I think that this might be a clue right here.
But yeah, so let's get started. Grand Duchess Anastasia Nikolaevna was born. Sorry, there's just no way I was going to say that right.
You might want to look that up before you start the show.
And she still got into college. Still got into that school.
This is someone.
I guess they wanted to check.
This is someone she studied in 6th grade, did a senior project on, and is now doing a podcast about her. She's like, I don't know how to pronounce her name though. Make it up. I'm not going to know. Now, Vinny, the difference between these two ladies and you and me is that they encourage each other. Like, you're kind of a prick to me. You say a lot of mean, hurtful things. I cry myself to sleep a lot on Monday nights. This is, maybe take some notes here. Listen to this.
Yeah, I think you said it pretty well.
I think you said it pretty well. She butchered it. She stopped talking for a minute there. What do you mean you think she said it pretty well?
Yeah.
They're being a little too supportive, maybe.
No. Yeah, this is the wrong way to approach this.
Okay.
Conflict is interesting, people. Conflict is more interesting.
Go as you were, Vinny.
Than encouragement.
Okay.
Like when I say this segment sucks, it is boring right now.
Right. That's hurtful.
Yes.
It's very mean. Vinny, you can't talk about the Romanovs without also bringing up the Gilmore Girls.
I don't know. Like, I remember there was a scene in Gilmore Girls where they were talking about, like, Emily was talking about Lorelai's wedding, and she was like, it would be the Romanov theme.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't know
It's
that.
just, like, very, like,
oh, I should
grandiose.
rewatch Gilmore Girls.
I already rewatched it. It's so good.
I've never done a full rewatch.
You need to rewatch it when we're in college.
I know. I was just thinking like fall and like Gilmore. Oh, I want pumpkin spice.
I want pumpkin spice lattes. I want a chai with pumpkin spice cream on it.
Oh, I want to be in a sweater and I want to be drinking a chai latte and I want to be watching Gilmore Girls right
it's
now.
98 degrees outside right now.
Guys, I hate Georgia.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What are we talking about? What just happened, Vinny? What's going on in this show? They're getting distracted.
I think I had a stroke. I'm not sure, but I'm seeing flashy lights.
All right, Vinny, put it on the real consequence. You have to watch all of Gilmore Girls. Go back and rewatch all of Gilmore Girls.
You wouldn't fucking do it.
No, I definitely would not do that. All right. This is her not being able to pronounce words again. And the co-host is just so nice.
And the Romanovs were exiled to the Ural Mountains in
you don't have to say it. It's okay.
Yekaterinburg.
The goes just like, you know what? Let's leave out some of these facts. It just sounds too difficult for you to pull off.
Yeah, the mountains. Just say the mountains.
No big deal. No big deal. But then she does get one right, and she's so proud of herself.
By the 1970s, a mature archaeologist discovered the skeletons of 6 adults and 3 children in the woods outside of Yekaterinburg. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Wow. That's pretty good. I just pat myself on the back immediately.
Today, Junior, she goes, the skeletons.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You suck.
Pretty good.
Your teachers should all be beaten.
You know what's fucked up, though, about this story, Vinny?
Yeah.
You know what's so fucked up?
Only the OGs, though.
Is that they were, like, brought down there under the false pretext of safety. Like, they were, like, it was something like the soldiers that were guarding their house or somebody like that was like, oh yeah, come down to the basement, like it's safer down here. Because
already you could tell she's coming from a authoritative view on this. She obviously understands exactly what's going on. She knows her shit, but it gets even better.
Because Civil War had just broken out, and then they killed them in the basement.
Which is horrible.
I think they killed the dog too.
No.
I think I read that somewhere.
No.
I swear I read that somewhere. Do you ever like get a thing that you think is true, but then you just wonder if that's something you just made up?
Yeah.
I feel like that's true, but don't like quote me on it. Anyway. So
can I point something out real quick? Because I know that
Please.
you think that I'm punching down right now, and perhaps I am a little bit.
We should fucking take their lunch money, Carl.
To a degree, I'm punching down. This is episode number 69. You heard that when we started.
Oh!
You don't even know what you just said. This is episode 69. They do one show a month.
69!
All right. They do one show a month, which means they've been doing this for years, Vinny. This has been going on for years. And this is how good they are.
Since like fourth grade, we've been doing it.
Yes. So I'm going to throw this out there. I've never personally done this. I don't think you should use a school project to create a podcast around.
And the memoirs included a lengthy description of how she had escaped her captors in Wigington.
no, sorry, that was my citation.
Source? Oh.
Sorry, this was from a school project. That was my citation. I thought you would have realized. You start going to read it.
It's a weird name for a book.
That's an author.
She's literally just repurposing her school project and turning it into a podcast.
Next week, we're going to talk about 8th grade algebra.
Geometry is the subject of next week's true crime show.
Oh, man. There are no standards for podcasts.
No, there should be. A lot of people should not be allowed to podcast. Now,
should there be like what do you want to do? You want to start like some type of rating system for podcasts?
Yes. Unlistenable.
Okay. You get a U?
Yeah, you get a U for unlistenable. And I'm giving that to 99% of the podcasts out there.
I'm with you, buddy.
Including a couple that I'm on.
Aww.
Now, Vinny, I didn't say which two. Now, Vinny.
Point, dabble, point.
They decided to start Googling something. This is one of my biggest pet peeves. I believe our buddy Croge would cry about this quite a bit. When you hear people begin to Google something and then react to stuff they're looking at on Google, they're talking about the movie The Secret of Nim, the cartoon from the early 80s.
Okay, there was a guy in this that was so scary looking. I guess that guy.
It's like a rat.
He's a rat guy. Does he not?
Did you ever watch Thumbelina?
Horrifying.
It was really scary.
Thumbelina? I remember Thumbelina and Shrek. Oh, I did watch this.
I loved that movie.
I don't really understand it. She was just tiny?
Yeah.
Interesting. That guy looks scary.
I want to point out, because I went to their Instagram page to see what they're up to. One of the women calls herself the editor of this show. The editor of the show, Vinny. Why are you leaving that part in?
Because didn't you hear her say it was interesting?
Oh, I guess I missed that part.
Carl,
and
I
then,
get so upset at these. Like, I can't even be funny.
I only have two more clips. We get completely off the rails. You think it's already off the rails. Oh, no, it gets even worse.
Fucking Thumbelina and Secret of Nim. I got rather true crime show. Fucking Thumbelina.
Don't forget Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, someone's playing Love
Someone's
Story.
blasting Love Story outside right now.
I was blasting Taylor Swift in my car yesterday with my windows down. Actually, it was really embarrassing.
Yeah.
I'm like not proud of the fact that I've like started listening to more Taylor Swift recently.
Low-key Swiftie.
I'm like not though. I should say I've listened to a couple things, but like when other people know about it, I feel like it's like high-key embarrassing.
Yeah.
I don't know why. There's nothing like too wrong. It's just it's a whole thing. I don't want to be. Oh my god, that's kind of fucked. Can you guys hear that?
It's really loud.
It's really loud. It's like
I'm
distracting
sorry
with my
if you
train
hear
of
it.
thought.
Are you a low-key Swiftie too, Vinny? Can you relate to this girl?
No, I cannot. And the fact that, honey, go with your instincts. I'm kind of embarrassed to let everybody know that I'm a low-key Swiftie. Lead into something.
Don't talk
Someone
about
be
it.
the editor of something. Edit yourself. And then edit out you responding to a noise no one else can fucking hear.
I have one more clip, and I think that I have a sign-off here that I could use for future podcasts.
Please let it be a gunshot. Please let it be a gunshot.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram at tgic.podcast. Bye.
Okay, that's cute. We can keep the bye. I like it.
Isn't
Bye.
Isn't that exactly the same as...
Bye.
It's almost exactly the same. Wow, these girls.
Well, you know what they say, Carl. Great minds aren't involved in any of these shows.
That is what I say.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Carl, you ready for some voicemails?
Yeah, what do we got?
All right, let's start off with they're brought to us by our good friends in Syracuse.
The Creep Off voicemail segment is brought to you by the city of Syracuse. A Syracuse man rented a car from the airport, filled it with gas canisters, and crashed it in Rochester over New Year's. We here in Syracuse are outraged at such a wasteful act, as most of that gas hadn't even been huffed yet. See you in Syracuse.
So earlier, people were alluding to the shit from Syracuse. It also happened in front of the Kodak Theater in Rochester,
where I was recently to see Tim Dillon.
Yeah. This is 5 minutes from my house.
Right.
This is very, very close to my house. And
Principal Uncertainty reached out to check in on us.
Yes, that was nice of him. Luckily for us, neither one of us was at the Mo concert.
Not that I wouldn't be at a Mo concert, but I wasn't.
Dude, what is it? Like 2003? We're going to the Mo
I know.
concert.
I was actually surprised they're playing at small venues now. Thought they're a lot bigger band than that.
Oh, they used to be, man.
I know.
They used to be. But folks, I have video from the scene of this, and this is real video. So if you don't want to,
crazy.
You know the dash cam footage. Have you seen it?
I've not.
Okay. Well, folks, I'm playing this off of Twitter. You could follow at Jeffrey Rogers if you want to see it yourself. Viewer discretion is advised. So there is a car that is backing up to catch the truck that is on fire that slammed into a Mitsubishi.
Oh.
Now, here's the part where I'm going to stop the video in a second just so I don't get us in trouble.
Yeah.
But what you're about to see is a person.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Running from the vehicle completely on fire.
Well, did you not just see a person run out of it on fire?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. It's not great.
No, when you're covered in gasoline and on fire, it probably hurts.
Yeah. So that guy's dead. His name is Michael Avery. He's from Syracuse. And apparently he got a hotel in Rochester, left behind a suicide note. He has a history of bipolar disorder. That's all that they're releasing.
Well, he also killed the two people in the other car, too.
Well, yes. The two people are dead. They were in an Uber, and the driver is okay. Can you fucking imagine that? We'll be safe tonight. We'll take an Uber.
Well, I mean, we do need as many Uber drivers as we can get around here. So I'm glad that the Uber driver survived.
Unless it's like some guy who's a narcissistic prick like John is, who's just...
John who? I don't know any narcissist named John. What do you mean?
Yes, you do. You do too.
Maybe I'll become friends with John now and fuck with you.
That'll be fine. I would actually laugh at that because I know how tortured you were being. Just how much it would fucking drive you crazy and how mad you would be. I would love that.
Yeah, what a crazy story that was. So this guy was suicidal and decided to take out some people because the concert was getting out, so there's tons of pedestrians around.
Yep. And the way this parking is set up for this place,
you have to cross the street.
It is a major street. It is literally almost the outlet to a major expressway.
Yeah, it's 4 or 6 lanes. Yeah.
Yeah. And you have to cross this street in a crosswalk to be able to get to the parking.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of people in the middle of the street.
That's true.
When this fucking thing came careening through. And a lot more people would have died had this Uber driver actually not been, had they been paying attention and stopped before a car was coming careening at them. It would have just plowed through a bunch of people.
What a weird way to commit suicide, too, just knowing that you're going to catch on fire. That sounds awful.
What are you, a monk or something? Fucking settle down, dude.
Really awful.
Yeah.
At least do it for Palestine or something. If you're going to put yourself on fire.
Well, that's what they were originally saying, man.
I know. FBI's involved. They think it's...
Yeah.
Who knows?
Dude.
Who knows?
These Palestine protests, we got so many threats, dude. We had so many threats.
What, the comedy club did?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Swear to you. Because we had Michael Rappaport booked for New Year's.
Right.
And a lot of people are very mad at Michael Rappaport.
Well, it's a good thing he canceled that, I guess.
Yeah. Well, he canceled and flew to Israel.
Oh, are you saying that out loud now?
Yeah. It's new. He flew to Israel.
Yeah.
He went there and was fucking hanging out in Israel. And he decided to do that instead of New Year's Eve.
We were bummed because I was going to that show. I was really excited to see Michael Rappaport.
Yeah. Well, either way, it saved us a lot of trouble because apparently it shows in Buffalo at Helium. Now
this dude is fucking corny.
It's fucking ridiculous.
You're not charismatic.
They're fucking going after a comedian.
Well, I mean, they're not really doing anything.
Wow. Thank
God. The people who blocked O'Hare Airport, those people are doing something. They're pissing everyone off. People trying to get Michael Rappaport canceled.
Yeah. When you're blocking a freeway, I am no longer on your side. And I don't care what your point is.
Yes. I can't remember what I was listening to. I was listening to something where they were debating whether or not you should be legally allowed to kill someone who's stopping traffic. And I think you should be able to.
Is that where you stand on the issue?
I think so, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Where do you stand on bail reform? Are you for it or against it?
I'm against bail reform.
I'm voting for you.
I think we're doing it the wrong way. Yeah.
I'm voting for you.
I think pedophiles should be in prison and with their nuts cut off, and that protesters should not block the freeway at any time. Pretty good stuff, huh?
Ladies and gentlemen, I never say this, but vote for Karl. Not on the creep up poll.
Just yes.
For governor.
Let's get caught up on super chats real quick.
Let's do it.
Oh, then we have voicemails. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Happy New Year, Karl and Vinnie.
Purple, what's up?
What was your guys' New Year's resolution? Mine was to never drink. I see enough of that from John.
Oh, wow.
Good for you, Purple. Yeah. I heard you gave up booze.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Congratulations, Purple.
Proud of you, buddy.
Yeah, John has helped a lot of people realize what can happen if you drink too much. He really has helped more people than he realizes.
It's amazing. You know, he's helped more alcoholics than stutterers.
You're right. Boom. That's hilarious.
Joseph Collins, 199. Biggest creep. It's easy. It's Juan Menendez.
You gotta love Vinnie Carlino.
Oh, shucks.
Michael C. Did Mo talk about a stutterer's kid? Where's Dan? Was that Hitman Dan? We don't know.
Unfortunately, the guy's name was Michael Avery. It was not Hitman Dan.
And he didn't run out of the car with a cane.
He didn't get out of the car.
A burning cane.
Oh,
that's
God
crazy
damn it.
Shit.
All right, voicemail.
By the way, how do you not stop, drop, and roll? Also, you know,
he's suicidal.
I know, but he's running.
When you watch that whole video, people are like going up to it and then going, "Oh no, fuck that!" When he got out, what are you gonna do? Running out, they're just like, "No, fuck it, thanks." Everybody was just stepping back. It was beautiful. All right, voicemails, podcast, profit.
Hey, triple bypass, Paulino. It's the podcast prophet here. This is an admirable attempt to bring in a puppy fucker. And as fucked up as that is, like, that is fucked up and creepy. However, you're putting a dog's life over a human's life. And
just about every time.
Sadly, I have to go with Karl yet again because, yeah, doing the shit that happened to that kid is way more fucked up than what happened to that dog.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're not alone in that theory.
I prefer dogs to people most of the time, and there are exceptions. Like if it was my life or a dog's life, kill the fucking dog. But, you know, anybody else, puppies are cute. Next voicemail.
Hey, Karl. Hey, Vinny. The biggest creep in Christmas has got to be whatever PR agency Israel got to do that Israel letter to Santa thing. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
I don't know about this. Do you know about this?
I do not. I don't know why I hit that one.
Oh, okay.
But I will look it up.
All right.
Hey, it's podcast prophet.
Oh, creep report.
Through me. What makes me? No, not a rage. Wrong show. What I find to be a huge creep is my HR person at the nice restaurant I'm the sous chef at. She came to me and the chef asking for money for our dishwasher who's, you know, retarded and has no family, and she wants to make sure he has presents to open. That's nice, well and good, but I got a lot of shit I'm trying to fucking take care of in my own life. You know, presents for my family and fucking moving, blah, 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 car payments, shit like that. Like, we run a fucking $2.5 billion restaurant. Ask the goddamn owner if it's okay to fucking, you know, splurge on this kid a little bit. Like, I'll fucking gladly chip in $10, $20, you know, but like asking me to fucking buy wheel bearings to fix his car and all that shit, like, no fucking way. I got enough problems. Thank you, fuck you, bye.
All right, I will say this because I cooked in restaurants, not to that level, obviously, but you don't appreciate the dishwasher until they ain't there anymore. Then all of a sudden you're like, I would have given that guy $100. I should have given that guy $100. The dishwasher is the most important person in a restaurant.
Yeah.
IMO.
Yeah. That's why they walk around like king shit. They take breaks whenever they want.
Yeah. Hey, have another cigarette, man. That's fine. That's fine. As long as we get
just come back and sling fucking dishes.
Get the pans. Dude, there was nothing more fun than cooking in a restaurant getting every single thing dirty. You just chuck the pans into a giant fucking thing. The guy comes over, collects them. Next thing you know, they're all clean for you to use again. It's great.
I told you that story about my buddy Mike Berry, who was in the Navy. We've talked about Mike before on the show. He was a fuck up. He's been a fuck up his whole life. He's the greatest guy in the world, but he is an absolute grade A fuck
I
up.
knew that when you said my friend.
Yeah. Well, you're my friend too. So
yeah. No, I know.
We're all lumped in together.
I get it. I don't know why the friends. No, anyway, go ahead.
So he was a dishwasher on a fucking ship. That was his job.
Okay.
And he would sleep in all the time and he wouldn't do the shit he was supposed to do. And he slept in past breakfast. And somebody comes into his bunk, wakes him the fuck up and goes, the admiral's on the ship doing inspections. Breakfast was like an hour ago. Lunch is coming up. So he jumps up, runs down to the kitchen, to the mess hall, fucking starts scrubbing dishes. He goes, Vinny, they're stacked to the fucking ceiling. And the admiral walks in and he goes, this is what I like to see. This is the kind of sailor we need around here. And he fucking gave him a chip, which is a big fucking deal in the Navy, I guess. And he's like, this is my kind of sailor right here. Good for you, son. You're doing the job nobody else wants to do. Put him all up on a pedestal. And god damn, is he a fuck up.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though, is that you expect the dishwasher to be a fuck up.
Yeah.
If they had their shit together, they'd be begging for money on the corner of the street because that's a much better job than as dishwasher.
All right, Carl, I have a creep off wheel of consequence suggestion, and then I would like to make one after that.
Okay.
If doing a drama podcast is added to the wheel of consequences, I'd like to make a suggestion on the topic.
Okay.
A drama podcast from the inside of one of the planes.
It cut off at the end. He whispered it.
What did he say?
He said from the inside. Well, I'll play it again. You got to listen real close.
Inside of one of the planes.
One of the planes at 9/11?
Yes.
All right, that's kind of fun.
I like drama podcasts. I think that would be really funny.
We talked about this on the bonus show, right?
Yeah.
That's when we brought this up. Wheel of Consequence. We've done this before where Vinny had to produce a couple podcasts as his consequence. But what would be even more fun is to do an audio drama podcast with a script, acting, Foley work. We thought that'd be a lot of fun. We could cast it, whoever has to do that. So we want to add that to the wheel. I'm in on that one.
Sounds terrible, actually, but I'll do it.
I like that premise, too. That sounds
All right.
fun.
I was listening to The Biggest Problem in the Universe this morning, and goddamn Vito Gesualdi made me laugh.
Yeah.
He said something. I go, holy fuck, that would be the greatest consequence in the world.
What's that?
He was talking about those election workers down there in Georgia. Hear me out. Here's what we do.
Okay.
We volunteer to be election workers in the upcoming presidential election. And then we go wherever there's definitely a camera and we spill a backpack full of USB sticks all over the place.
I heard him talking about this too. Like just be as suspicious as possible. Yeah, you're constantly like hiding shit from people as they walk by.
Holy shit, Vito. That would be the
You walk
funniest.
with a giant pallet of papers and slam them down. Yeah.
Yeah. I just like the idea of a backpack full of USB sticks that you just spill all over the floor and start stuffing back in.
That's very funny.
Oh, god damn it.
That's a good idea.
So, wait a second. Hold on. Vinny, do you agree with Carl's drama podcast that claims wrestling is the same as drag?
Yeah, that's a good question right there.
You know what? Sure. Sure. It's about as good as a drag show.
Wrestling
these days.
is drag for gay people who are not out of the closet yet.
Oh, fuck. Is that what's going on?
Closeted gay people.
Why aren't you into it more then?
How dare you? How dare you?
All right. So I'm done with voicemails. Carl, you ready to do a scum parade?
Yes, let's do it.
All right.
Scum parade, take me on a raid of these fuck charades that these creeps have made. Scum parade, Vinny and Carl gonna tell you about some fuck shit. Scum parade, like stories of a kid fucked by his mom or dad, soaking up the blood of a cat. Scum parade.
Shit.
You know, one thing I think we could all agree on, especially after listening to that podcast earlier, high school can be shitty, Carl.
Oh, yeah, it certainly can be.
But in New Delhi, it is even shittier than you could imagine.
It's pretty shitty in India, turns out.
The police on Monday arrested a school principal and a teacher in southern India. Principal Barathamama and Professor Muniyapa.
You did that so well.
Thanks. They're both arrested because several images taken by another teacher at the school leaked to the press and to the media. The image showed students between the ages of 11 and 15 years old cleaning a septic tank with their bare hands without any safety gear.
Yeah, but Vinny, this is the thing. They're untouchables. Why is this even a story? That's what they're supposed to do, isn't it?
No, Carl.
not?
You're supposed to treat everybody equally.
In India? What's the point of going there then?
What are you going there for? How do you know what caste
what
you're
fun is
fucking in,
that?
motherfucker? What caste do you think you made it to? Oh, that's right. You were born in America.
Pretty impressive.
Some good fucking karma, my man. That's some good.
I love that they had to
karma.
make this in this article. You're going to get to it, but I love they had to make this illegal to make children clean out septic tanks with their bare hands. In 1993, they finally got around to that. Like, we got to stop this. It's kind of gross.
Well, there's fucking shit and chemicals in there, and they're just making these kids like shovel out turds with their fucking bare hands.
Up until 1993, that was perfectly legal in India to force kids to do that.
Okay, great question for Michael C. for $1.99. Is Carl pro Fritz von Erich? Yay or nay?
I'll come back to you with that one.
Okay. You're probably a yay. You'd like him. All right. So this is illegal to do. You have to have licenses. You have to have equipment. And you can't force, well, I guess you can force children to work in India, but you can't force them to work unsafely, apparently.
Apparently not.
With human excrement. And they are been arrested and are charged with doesn't even say whatever the laws are over there.
They're charged with hilarious antics. Did you see the people who are working in the septic system? What would those people be called?
I don't know.
I forget the term, but they earn between $2.17 and $2.41 per month.
It seems like affordable to hire a professional then.
Is what it's well, that's a good point. But also I was thinking, what's the point? If you offered me a job that sucks and you go, but I'll give you $250 a month. Well, I'm definitely not doing that. That's ridiculous.
Solid point.
Yeah, I really don't understand what that's going to do for you. I also understand why there aren't a lot of Indian people on our Patreon now. We might have priced them out of it.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. Now, I am picturing here Indian Principal Skinner and groundskeeper Willie just making these kids work for free and cheap.
Super Nintendo Chalmers.
Yeah.
Shows up, takes a photo.
Well, I got a creep for you folks. This one's fun because what the fuck? It's a lady, folks.
Oh, okay.
Her name is Rebecca Louise Milcalef. Now, she was sentenced December 12th after 28 videos of her trying to carry out basically, she was trying to fuck a dog.
Yeah, trying to
like
is the
28
key term
times
here. And I was wondering, what is creepier? Sex acts on a dog or attempted sex acts on a dog? Like, this is what I say. Try not. Do or do not. There is no try.
Listen, dogs get horny if they think a blanket is soft enough. They get boners, okay?
It's true.
Like,
it shouldn't take a lot.
Yeah, honey, maybe trim. Prosecutor Stephanie Gallagher said the recordings were sent to her 35-year-old then partner. This happened in Australia. The man was dating her at the time, sent her messages encouraging her to engage in sexual activity with her pet in the weeks leading up to the incident. She initially refused to indulge his request for her to practice the sick deeds, but eventually agreed and filmed the clips in January of this year. Now, she had a good defense, though. She was suffering with her mental health, and she was dealing with an eating disorder.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, she also had experienced domestic violence in a previous relationship.
Yeah, we'll join the club.
Now,
they don't all fuck dogs, you know.
The psychologist report found that made her more vulnerable to manipulation at the hands of her former partner. She didn't try to fuck the dog 28 times just all on her own.
Here's what I have to say to that.
Shut the fuck up, asswipe, and suck my cock.
She also said there's no evidence of specific harm to any of the mom's pets. And she said she was now at risk of losing her job of 16 years as a result of this case.
You know what's interesting about this? This would be perfectly legal in Spain.
Mm-hmm.
Perfectly legal.
She was sentenced to 15 months. and was suspended for 18 months. I don't even know what that means. She's also been banned from owning, buying, or otherwise acquiring any animal for 5 years.
Someone in the chat just gave me an interesting idea. Is that 15 dog months? How does that work?
That's a good point.
Yeah, I could probably do that pretty easily on a weekend.
All right, December 29th, Carl, we're going to meet the 44-year-old manager in training at a McDonald's in North Carolina. Her name is Latoya Gladney.
Good
okay,
for you, Latoya. That's awesome.
Yeah, she told police that her employees were disrespecting her the other night.
What? No.
And she was so upset by it, she called her husband to come and assist her at this
Good.
McDonald's.
Yeah, you don't disrespect Latoya. She's trying her best, guys. Come on.
Yeah. So her husband, Dwayne Walden, who also happens to be a church pastor,
Okay,
from a strip mall church.
Yeah, next to
In
a
North
Bueno
Carolina.
burrito.
Yeah, it's right next to a place called Bueno Burrito in
Yeah.
Thomasville, North Carolina.
Sounds like a pretty good church.
Now,
Well,
you
I
go
gotta
there
think a
for
man of the
service?
cloth, though, is going to handle this properly.
Right. He chose not to turn the other cheek, Carl.
Oh.
He walked into the kitchen and began punching an employee named Theodore Garlington in the face.
Okay.
One of the cooks.
That's fun.
Walden also allegedly wrapped his hands around Garlington's neck and began pushing his head towards the deep fryer.
Jesus. That escalated quickly.
Well, how do you baptize people?
Just for disrespecting your lady friend? That seems a bit excessive.
Yeah. Now, before Garlington 34 could be dipped in the hot oil, several employees jumped on Walden and pulled them off of him. Now, he suffered a large contusion on his forehead and the right eye, along with scratches on his neck. EMS workers responded to the scene. Now, after they interviewed the witnesses, Walden was arrested for assault. He got a $1,000 bond and he has a January 22nd misdemeanor trial scheduled. So
he's fine. He'll be out.
Yeah, but he's also a pastor. Here's a fun fact about him, because we like fun facts today. He works as a semi-truck driver and a pastor.
Yeah, well, just being a pastor probably doesn't pay the bills.
Yeah.
At that strip mall, be my guess.
Solid point.
Did you see the photo they used of this guy?
It's a beautiful photo.
It must be from the church's website, right?
Yes,
Because he
it's
looks
just-
bad. He looks like a badass pastor.
He does. He's got the collar, the whole deal. I wonder if he wore it when he was trying to murder that man.
I don't know, but I picture that, and it makes it more fun. Mindy, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Let's say he was successful in dunking this guy's head into that deep fryer.
Then he would have been born again.
Would you eat chicken McNuggets out of that fryer after that?
No.
No?
No, I don't want face on my McNuggets.
Okay. What if they cleaned out the oil and put new oil in?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
But
It
here's
might
what,
make
at the
the nuggets
very
better.
least.
I don't know.
Well, okay. Before I answer this, and I'll answer you honestly, because I don't want to lie. How long after the incident are we dipping these nuggets?
I don't lie. I don't like to lie.
Well, if I said hours, would that be crazy?
Well, here's what I would assume.
Yeah.
I would assume that the layers of skin that melt off will crisp up and they'll be able just to scoop them off the top of
Of
one of
course.
those baskets.
Yeah. And the hair and the
Do I know that this
Velcro.
just happened? Yeah, I obviously know it just happened.
No, well, yeah, you have to know. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to get a choice.
I would
suppose.
ask if I could look at it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
as far
yeah,
as I go.
yeah.
Can
Let
I
me
look
taste,
at the?
Let me taste one first, and I'll tell you.
Yeah, let me just make sure there's not hair in it, because hair. That's where you got me. I was gonna go for this. I'm like, I don't want hair.
All right, Vinny, you want to eat these nuggets where a guy was just murdered in the same fryer? I don't know. What kind of dipping sauce do you have? What are we talking about as far as dipping sauces are concerned?
Well, at a McDonald's, it's either going to be the honey mustard or the sweet and sour.
Yeah, you don't go barbecue at a McDonald's?
I don't like the McDonald's barbecue.
it's
I'll
not
go
good.
barbecue at a Wendy's, though.
Interesting. See,
I
when
have-
you
I
were
have
doing
thoughts
that
on these
wrestling
things.
show on Cardiff's Network, you should have been talking fast food. You and John Hines should team up and talk fast food. That I would listen to.
He wouldn't be able to handle it. We get get so lost.
What's your
in
take on
minutia.
Arby's sauce?
Arby's sauce is delightful.
I agree.
Arby's sauce, man. Just the classic roast beef with Arby's sauce.
Oh, you can't beat it.
Fuck yeah, let's go get some right after.
What's
this.
great about it is that there's no roast beef involved and zero barbecue sauce involved, and it still is delicious.
What do you think that it is that we're eating?
I have no idea. At Arby's?
Yeah,
I mean, you've seen that thing. It's not roast beef.
I never go in there. I don't know if that I ever see it.
Come on. You've never seen the thing that they're carving back there at Arby's? Someone in this chat has worked at Arby's and will tell me what this is.
Okay,
Bronco
it's roast
sauce.
beast from.
Bronco sauce from Arby's is the shit. What about horsey sauce? What's Bronco sauce? I don't even know. I don't know about that.
The horsey sauce is fine. All right. Marion County, Florida, Carl. Let's finish up in Florida, shall we?
Yes, we always like Florida.
A Tennessee man was taken into custody on Sunday after being accused of trying to sexually exploit a 14-year-old girl he met online. Parents, I don't know how you're supposed to watch your children, but I hope a story like this will just make you think about ways that maybe it can help, because kids are dumb. We've proven this with this podcast that we listened to earlier. Kids are fucking stupid.
They really are.
And this is a really dangerous fucking man who was on the internet here. In a release, deputies say they received a call last month that the girl had run away from her home in Marion County, Florida. Investigators say they discovered that she had been using the online platform Discord to have inappropriate conversations with a guy named Wesley Hurd, who went by the name Vileville.
So I guess Discord,
and he's 29, by the way.
Discord could be a dangerous place, but if you want to join our Discord, it's free for anyone who wants to get on there. Go to whoarethese.com to find the link, sign right up. And of course, we do have a creep off channel in that Discord where you and fellow creeps can chat about the show.
It's listed right under the one where we goof on Stuttering John's Kids is the name of it.
Oh gosh, that channel is my favorite channel, that Discord.
Yeah.
It really is funny.
Yeah, it's great. You moderate it very well.
A lot more fun than you would have thought. I know I'm constantly in there making sure there's no words that are inappropriate, things like that.
Yeah, which is good. You don't want any 15-year-olds getting raped in there. Detectives soon learned that the girl had run away from home. She had been picked up by Hurd and brought back to his home in Tennessee. He had been grooming her, encouraging her to produce child pornography with another 8-year-old child and kidnapped that child for him, detectives said.
Okay.
He also had persuaded her to brand herself by carving the letters VIL, part of his username, into parts of her body.
Sure it wasn't VTL? It's going to get real interesting if that's the case.
You want to win a TV?
Wait, so this guy's name has the word evil in it. Vile.vil, it's evil at the end. And so does one VTL, also has the word evil in his name. Interesting.
Satan, Santa.
Interesting.
Same guy. Now, the deputies tracked down Hurd and the 14-year-old girl, and Hurd was arrested. In an interview, Hurd admitted that he would often find vulnerable underage girls online, encouraging them to hurt themselves while he watched via video.
And why did he give them this information? Is he stupid? Is everyone in this story stupid? It sounds like it.
Didn't I start with Florida and Tennessee?
Good point. A lot of dummies involved in this one.
So after he would film them and get this video of them hurting themselves, he would distribute it as pornography to other creepos. So he's being charged with human trafficking, solicitation to commit human trafficking, branding a victim related to human trafficking, solicitation to commit kidnapping, aggravated child abuse, possession of child pornography, transmitting child pornography, destruction of physical evidence, lewd and lascivious exhibition via transmission, 3 counts, unlawful use to a communicating device to facilitate a felony, interference with child custody. He is in a lot of fucking trouble.
Oh my.
And due to Hurd having numerous photos of children with the username VIL branded into them and the conversations he was having with them, detectives say they believe there could be a lot more victims out there.
No, the police said they believe there could be more victims. There's photos of other kids who have VIL branded on them on this guy's computer. They're like, I don't know, there might be some more victims out there.
So here's what I want you to do.
There definitely are.
I want you all to go check your children's taints.
Yes. Look for VIL on
Look
there.
for a VIL or a VTL. Maybe we'll catch, maybe we'll find out what's really happening. And anyone with information about this or similar cases is urged to contact detectives at 352-351-4710. Carl?
Serious inquiries only.
Yes. Additionally, tips can be made anonymously at Crime Stoppers of Marion County at 352-368-7867. Don't brand your children, folks, and don't let weirdos on the internet brand your kids.
And Discord is fun. It's a great place to be.
Oh my God, it's so hateful and fun.
It's so good.
Oh, so much hate and fun stuff. So, Carl, this was a fun episode. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Yes, 2023 is in the books. We'll never talk about it ever again. We're moving forward now.
Well, we'll talk about it next week when we figure out who wins, and we'll decide.
Oh yeah,
we'll decide who wins because you will go to thecreepoff.com and vote for who you thought brought the bigger creep.
Also, you can, you know, it'd be a lot of fun to do. We have a subreddit. We don't talk about it enough, but there is a subreddit for the creep off.
Yep.
What do you want to know about our results girl Jessica's personal life? We don't ask her enough questions to really understand who she is as a person, and it seems like she wants to open up to us and tell us more about her. So if you have any questions you want to answer, let us know. We'll have her read them and answer those questions. Maybe we can start a fun thread in there.
Now, also, just a quick reminder to everybody who's watching this, you can watch this show on Carl's channel, Who Are These Podcasts Live, usually at 1 o'clock on Mondays.
Correct.
Or on the Creep Off channel at the same time. We simulcast. But today, coming up in about a half hour, Who Are These Broadcasters will be live. So stick around to keep an eye out for our boys Christian and Eric Zane. Both great fellas.
Easy and Blatt.
And also want to remind you that you can leave us a voicemail at 585-371-8108 anytime you want to. So we'll be back next Monday with a new episode here.
I think we got just a couple more. Yeah.
Okay. Just one.
What does that say?
I don't know.
Michael T, thanks for the $2. Also, John's last brain cell became a new member.
Well, that's so nice.
Thank you very much, John's last brain cell.
Oh, there it goes.
Way to hold on.
There it goes. Oh, I know what that says.
What is it? John. Oh, I do. I know what that says too.
Michael C. How could you?
John Sons of Trans.
Yes. Very funny.
Very good, Michael C.
All right. It's nice to be important.
It's more important to be nice.
Gia.
I'm club fucking footed, you asswipe.
That ain't funny.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
It's the Creep Off.